Hi guys, and welcome to this new video. My name is Ricardo Stefan. I'm a graphic designer, digital artist, and photographer. Today I will show you something really exciting. I will show you everything you need to know about the pen tool in Adobe Photoshop. This is a great tool, and using it for certain selection is really easy, and it's really practical. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you can be notified about every one of our future videos. Okay, we will get started right now. Normally, the pen tool in Photoshop is useful to main things, to create shapes and to make selections. Okay, today I've got this beautiful image of those bananas here, and I want to make a selection around it so that I can use it for, I don't know, something like in a composite, or to use it somewhere in the magazine or kind of publication. And what we're gonna do, we will be using the pen tool to do that selection. The pen tool can be really precise when it comes to selecting certain objects or certain things in an image. And to access the pen tool, you come here to the left and you will see this little pen symbol here. You click, or you can use the shortcut key on your keyboard. Simply press P to access it. And normally once you select it, you will see here in the control panel, this will be activated. Normally, as I said at the beginning of this tutorial, we use the pen tool for two things: to create shapes and of course to make selections. But before going into selecting things, I will first show you this shape creation thing here with this tool. Okay, if you want to create a shape with the pen tool, what you need to do is you switch this to shape, okay? And you will have this thing here, those options here. You can select the color of the shape, what color you want the shape to be, especially its fill if you want, and you can select a stroke, and you can also select a stroke size or stroke weight if you want. And yes, let's see how that works. For example, I click and drag, I click and drag, I click and drag, and so on and so forth. Let me undo that and redo that so that you can see exactly where I'm going with this. Okay, I click once, it will create a point. I click here, it will create a second one. Click here, I click here, I click here. I'm not doing anything, just click. And when I come here, you will see that to the right of my cursor there is a little circle. Okay, this indicates that I'm closing the path here, I'm closing the shape of this thing here. Okay, let me undo this. But now if I want to create some curves, what I do, I click once. On the second one I click and I drag. I click and hold, of course, I don't release. I drag and I can create a curve with this thing. Okay, like this. On the second one, of course, if this part is already a curve, the next one will also be a curve. I click, okay, I click, I click. As you can see, this is quite flexible. This is a very flexible tool, and we will go into the details about those little handles in just a minute. What I want you to understand right now is this shape creation thing here. Okay, we've got our shape. Let's undo this. Let's just undo this. Okay, and when it comes to selection, which is by the way the goal of this tutorial, we will need to come here and shift this to path. We shift this to path, and now what we will be doing, I want to select this banana so that I can cut it from the background, from this white background. And to do that with the pen tool is really good, and the pen tool is really good at making selections, as you will see. Okay, let's get right into it and let's be really serious about that. Okay, what I'm gonna do, don't worry, I will explain to you every single thing about this tool, and you will see how good that is. Okay, I will start here by clicking here. Okay, as we just saw a minute ago, I click and drag to create a curve. Okay, I come here. If I click, of course, here, if I click here, it will not create a curve. What I'm trying to do is to follow the shape of the banana. Okay, now here we start with the cool things. If, for example, as you can see right here, it does not 100% follow the shape of the banana. What I can do, I can hold Command or Control on my keyboard. You see, it will temporarily deactivate the curve creation process. Okay, I press and hold Command or Control on my keyboard, and then I can go back, and you see this handle. I can control this handle, those handles, without canceling my creation process. Okay, with this I can control both of those handles. Okay, let's say I want to control only this part or this part. In that case, what I do, I press Alt or Option on my keyboard. Okay, you see this, and then I can control independently those handles. Isn't that good? Isn't that cool? Okay, I can control this. Of course, I am pressing and holding Alt or Option without releasing it, of course, like this. Then once I'm finished, I can release my Alt or Option key on my keyboard, and then I can continue. Okay, so let's do it like this. I will not fast forward this video so that because along the way I will be explaining a few things that you need to know about this tool. Okay, I'm clicking. Of course, I'm trying to follow the shape of this of the banana. A cool little tip here is that this handle, in the direction you're going, you will by making sure that this points into the direction of the shape, you ensure that the shape is quite smooth. For example, if this handle was pointing here, look at that, it will go upside of this thing. But by making sure, let me undo this, but by making sure that this part of the handle is pointing towards the shape, the form of the shape, I am ensuring that I go into the proper direction. Okay, I click here, I hold, I drag. Okay, I click here, click. Of course, I'm making sure that this little pointer goes in direction I'm going. Okay, I come here, something like this. I will zoom in so that I can see properly. Okay, as you can see, I kind of draw this path a little bit too far from the edge of the shape. What I can do, remember, I press Command and Control, and then I can click on this point. Look at this, I can click and move this point in so that I can rearrange it. Okay, if I want to correct the handle here, I'm pressing and holding Command or Control. I can just, so that I can continue to modify the shape. Okay, once I let go, I continue my shape with this thing. That's why I didn't want to fast forward this video, so that you can see what's going on and where we're going. Okay, as you can see right now, look at this. If I come here, the shape will not be properly drawn. So again, remember what I will do. I will make sure that this point, this little handle here points here towards the direction of this. I press and hold Alt or Option, then I turn this here. You're getting great little tips here, guys. Okay, click here. Okay, then I can roughly make sure that we do this properly. Okay, I will just try to not fast forward, but just to go a little bit faster, because the goal here is mainly to show you how to use this tool properly, because you can use this tool to do a lot of things in Photoshop, to select buildings, to select tons of objects, bodies, and lots and lots and lots. Okay, click and drag, and just trying to make a shape here. Click and drag. I made a mistake here, so I press and hold Alt or Option to push it in. Okay, I'm just doing this kind of quickly because I believe that by now you got the concept here. Okay, let's go out here. If you've got some kind of curve like this, a good idea would be to come almost at the center of the shape, and then you click like this and you drag. Okay, what do we hold right now? We hold Alt or Option to turn this down, and then we can continue working on this thing here. And I'm roughly doing this. If you've got a selection and you want to make a selection, I recommend, okay, I went too far here, so what I do, press and hold Command or Control and move this back up here. Yes, what I was saying, what I recommend if you've got a selection to do, to spend some more time with this. And okay, I'm pressing Command. Okay, yes, pressing Alt here or Option. Okay, I recommend to spend more time with this thing, so that your selection is really refined. If you have a kind of composition to make, or a kind of composite. Okay, let's do this. Some of you might be saying, man, when will he complete this? I will show you something really cool in a minute. You will see why I did not fast forward this video here. Okay, let's come here. Okay, it's a matter of practice, by the way. What I'm doing here, holding Alt. What I'm doing here, by the way, is it's practice. Your speed with this tool will depend on your practice with the tool. And here's a cool thing I want to show you before completing this thing. Let's say while you're working on this, you find that there's something wrong somewhere here on this path here, like here right now, which is the case here. So what you can do, although you've reached that far in your selection, you can come back here. I'm zooming in and press and hold Command or Option. Correct what you have to correct. Okay, again, correct what you need to correct. Like say this one here, about here, and then release your Command or Control key, and then go back to your work and keep on doing your selection, here, and so on and so. Some of you might say, but what about if, for example, I lost this thing here? For example, I inadvertently clicked outside of something or outside of another tool. Let's say I do this. Look at that. I switched to, okay, let's say I switched to the Move tool. I've normally lost, if you look at it physically, I've lost the process of making the selection, right? So what you do, you go back to the pen tool and it will be reactivated so that you can continue working on it and continue making your selection properly. Okay, I can come here, I can come here, I can come here. Okay, another circumstance, another example is that, for example, you say maybe you say I've completed the work here, and okay, I've completed the shape, so I will click I have completed the shape, I don't want to continue. I go here, and then you think to yourself, so let's continue the shape. I've already got out of this. Okay, what you can do is again to go back to the pen tool, okay, and you can continue working on this, working on it, and do this thing. Okay, let's do this. Let me just I'm doing this roughly right. I'm not spending a lot of time with this. Okay, pressing option, and I'm doing this roughly. Okay, in your spare time you can spend a little bit more time with this. Okay, pressing command to move this up, just opening this here, pressing option or alt to do this. Then I can come here, I can come here. Okay, do this roughly, and come in here, and undo that. Come in here, come here, and as we saw in the beginning, I just click on this, it will close the path. Okay, before going anywhere. Let's say I want to move this, I can come to my go here to the direct selection tool, and you click on path selection tool, and you will be able to move this the shape here. But anyway, that's not what you want to do. But let's say by mistake you moved it away, you know where to come and what to do. Okay, another very important option, once you've created this, let's say you want to modify a point in this shape, what you do, let me zoom in so that we can see what we're doing here. You go back to this here and select the direct selection tool. The path selection tool is to select a whole path, while the direct selection tool is used to select different points. As you can see, it's a square filled with blue. This means that this point is selected. Okay, when I click on this, then I can of course modify this, refine it in whatever way I need. Okay, if you want to select different points or many points, you can do you can click on the point you want to select, one of them, then you hold shift and you press the other point you want to select, and you can start modifying things and so on and so forth. You can be selecting those points so that you can move them somewhere. Okay, or you can simply just marquee click and drag a rectangle on those points to select them, something like this. I can switch back to the path selection tool so that it selects the path back. Okay, now that I've done this, what I can do, how do I cut this out, how to create the selection? What you do, you right click in the center of the shape and you select make selection. You will be greeted with this window. What is asking you to do mainly two things. Generally you leave the anti-alias on, and the important thing here is the feather radius. The feather radius means that it's asking you how much you want to feather, to smooth the border of the shape once it's grayed out. Okay, but generally, personally, I prefer to leave it to 1, unless I've got something precise to do. So you might leave it to 1, or you can experiment with it. You will see whether it's okay or not. I click OK. Okay, your selection, it will turn into something like this. This means that now you've got a selection. You've selected the shape, and to get it out, what you do, you just come down here to in your layers panel at the bottom, and you click this button, and as you can see, your selection is made. And what it did, it created a layer mask with it, and it masks or hide the background of this banana for you. And now, for example, let's say I will create kind of a background so that you can see what's going on here. Let me just do this so that you can see. I will create a background here. Okay, just a shape, by using a shape. Do this. Okay, and then I will just drag this here. And look at this selection. Look at this. Look at this selection. Really clean selection. And of course, by spending more time with it, by taking your time to do it, you can create really perfect selections using the pen tool. Of course, if you've got to select hair, to get out hair, you will use other tool like the quick selection tool. But with things with rough edges like this, with the sharp edges like this, the pen tool is one of the greatest tools to do this. Okay, I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, and if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, think of subscribing. We have new videos every week, and I will see you in the next movie. Okay, bye bye.